Okay, so online courses can be great. They offer amazing flexibility. They can help you save on gas, or at least from trudging across campus in that downpour. And you can go to class in PJs without anybody giving you that side eye. But they can also trip a lot of students up. So in this video, I am going to be sharing 8 tips to help you get all the benefits from online learning while avoiding some of the potential pitfalls. So first, make sure that you are all set up with your tech. Make sure you have a stable internet connection. Make sure you have a device that can handle the software that you need to run. Make sure you have the software all updated and installed that you will need to be able to access those video lectures or any interactive exercises that are required for the course. Check out the webpage of your campus tech office. They will have a really detailed list of everything you need to make sure you have in place tech-wise to make sure that you can do everything you need to in your online courses. Next, really pay extra attention to those emails from your professor. Unlike is the case for in-person courses, this is the only way for your professor to communicate with you. So be regularly checking your campus email address. Make sure you're actually reading those announcements from your campus learning management system. That might be Canvas or Blackboard, things like that. Because saying, "Oh, I didn't know because I didn't read that," is not a valid excuse in an online course. Next, know what kind of online course you're taking. So is the course synchronous, meaning you have a specific time and day each week that you need to be online with your professor and your classmates watching a lecture or participating in a discussion? Or is your course asynchronous, where you can process through the material whenever you want during the week, as long as you are completing things on time? So maybe you have recorded video lectures to watch, you have readings to read, you have discussion posts, but you don't have a specific day and time that you have to be online each week. Your course might also be a hybrid course. These are usually majority online, but they might have an in-person component. You might have a course that meets once a month in person to do some sort of hands-on learning, but the rest of the course is delivered online. Obviously, it's important for you to know what kind of online course you're in so that you can plan your schedule accordingly. And this brings us to the next thing to keep in mind is to be really purposeful about planning your time and scheduling time for your online classes. So first, make sure that you actually look at the course calendar and know what's coming for the whole semester. One thing I notice is that students in in-person classes usually will look through the syllabus and the course calendar and take a look at assignments coming up through the term, but often online classes where the material is delivered week by week, students wait to see what's coming up each week instead of looking at the page that lists all of the things happening all term. So do look through that course calendar at the beginning of the term for your online classes, just like you do for your in-person classes, and make note of all of the due dates, all of the exam dates, so that you are not surprised when that pops up on your weekly to-do list. One thing that can help you keep on top of all of those due dates is blocking out regular time for your class every week. Even if your course is asynchronous, meaning you don't have a live dedicated time and day each week, it's really helpful for you for accountability purposes to make appointments for yourself to work through the material and make these really hard commitments, just like you would for a regular class session. Now, one thing that can really help with this is signing up for an online class with an in-person friend. This way, you can schedule your time to process through this class material together so that you can watch the videos, you can do the discussion posts, you can do the readings together, and this can provide accountability, social support, and make it a little more fun. It's also really important to find ways to connect with your online classmates. It can be more difficult in the online setting to feel connected to the group than it is when you are all in a classroom together. I know that many classes have Slack channels or a WhatsApp conversation that allows them to communicate with one another in an informal way, similar to how they might chat before or after class. So use these sorts of communication communication tools to ask questions, brainstorm, set up study sessions, just like you would in person. One thing I would caution with these online channels, though, is not to let them spiral too much into pits of despair and complaining, because that is not helpful for anybody. It's also really important to be purposeful about connecting with the professor. Just like is the case with classmates, it can be a lot more difficult to feel connected with your professor in an online class, especially if it's an asynchronous class where you're just really watching them on a recorded video. So take the time to drop in to those virtual Zoom office hours, or send them an email and ask about one of the lecture videos or one of the discussion questions. Just doing small things like that can help you feel more connected and engaged with the course. And that really helps your motivation to keep on trudging through even when you don't really want to. Next, do yourself a favor and set yourself some reminders. One thing that can be unique about online classes is that there are often more smaller due dates spread across the week than is the case for many in-person classes. For example, often there will be a discussion forum as part of an online class. And so you might have your discussion post due on Tuesday and maybe 2 responses to classmates' posts by Friday. And then you might have an essay or another piece of homework due on Sunday. And so many students find it challenging to juggle these many different due dates happening throughout the week, especially since there is no physical cue of a classroom meeting in the online space. So whether it's on your phone or you're using a scheduling app, make sure that you're doing yourself a favor and setting yourself some reminders so that you don't get into that panic space when you realize something is due in 2 minutes or was due 2 minutes ago. With everything you and every college student is juggling, online and offline, reminders can really be a lifesaver. Finally, know yourself. Online courses require you to drive your own learning. If you know that you are good at keeping yourself on task, at managing your time, at keeping yourself motivated and making progress, and learning on your own in a more solo context, then definitely sign up for that online course. But if you know you struggle when you don't have a lot of accountability, or you know that you need more contact and access to your professor, then set yourself up for success and avoid online courses if you can. They are not for everyone, and that's okay. So there are my tips. Do you have tips to share that you've discovered really help you get the most out of online courses? I would love it if you shared them in the comments. Let's help each other out. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and I will see you all next time. Happy learning.